Last week, a 72-year-old patient came into my office with a cane. He said, "Doc, I don't know what happened. I was fine a year ago. Now my legs feel like they're giving up." He hadn't changed his diet. He hadn't been injured. But every night while he slept, his muscles were breaking down. And he's not alone. After 60, most seniors lose strength slowly and silently. You don't feel it until you fall. The real cause? It's not just aging. It's missing key nutrients at night when your muscles are supposed to rebuild. In fact, studies show 93% of adults over 65 are deficient in at least one of the 7 vitamins that protect muscle overnight. The result? Slower recovery, more stiffness, higher fall risk, and once you fall, everything changes. But this is preventable. In this video, I'll walk you through the 7 most critical vitamins to take before bed, backed by real science so you can stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come. Part 1. Vitamin 7. Magnesium. Magnesium. Glycinate. When people talk about vitamins or minerals that support muscle health, magnesium is often overlooked. But for those over 60, magnesium, specifically magnesium glycinate, is one of the most essential elements for maintaining muscle strength and function at night. Magnesium isn't just another common supplement. It's a core piece of your body's overnight muscle repair system. In particular, magnesium glycinate is the most absorbable form. Unlike other types of magnesium that get flushed out through digestion, magnesium glycinate passes through the intestinal lining and reaches your muscle tissue, where it starts working while you sleep. Think of magnesium glycinate as a calming signal for your entire nervous and muscular system. It helps relax tension, reduce nighttime cramps, and prepare the body for deep recovery. More importantly, it activates a group of enzymes inside your muscle cells that stabilize oxygen use and cell hydration. Without magnesium, your muscle fibers can become tight, dehydrated, and fatigued, especially overnight. A study from the University of Palermo in Italy revealed impressive results. Seniors over 65 who took 250 mg of magnesium glycinate every night for 3 months saw a 34% increase in morning muscle function. They also reported fewer leg cramps, less joint stiffness, and better sleep. So why is nighttime the best time for magnesium? Because that's when your body switches to repair mode, governed by the parasympathetic nervous system, what scientists call the rest and repair branch. Magnesium is its fuel. Without enough of it, your body's entire recovery process gets delayed. And when that delay happens night after night, it adds up to serious long-term muscle loss. How to take it properly. Take pure magnesium glycinate, not mixed with food or other supplements like calcium or zinc. The best time is about 30 minutes before bed with a small glass of warm water. Avoid forms like magnesium oxide or citrate. They're poorly absorbed and won't give you the same results. Important note. Many people believe they can get enough magnesium from food sources like leafy greens, almonds, or dairy. But the truth is, magnesium absorption decreases significantly with age, especially when digestive function declines. So even if you eat a well-balanced diet, if you're not using the right form of magnesium, your muscles aren't getting what they need. Magnesium glycinate won't deliver instant magic overnight, but if you take it consistently for a few weeks, you'll start to notice real changes. Less morning fatigue, fewer nighttime cramps or stiffness, and most importantly, gradual strength returning to your legs. We often think of resistance training or protein shakes when it comes to building muscle, but without magnesium glycinate, your body's natural repair system can't function at full capacity. That's why this mineral earns its place as vitamin 7, the essential first step in rebuilding muscle every night. Part 2. Vitamin 6. D12. Methylcobalamin. If magnesium helps your muscles relax and recover, then vitamin B12 is the power source that controls your entire movement system. Without B12, signals from your brain can't reach your muscles, and your ability to repair and rebuild gets cut off. What's more concerning is this. The older you get, the harder it is for your body to absorb B12. Here's why. To absorb D12 from food like meat, eggs, or dairy, your body needs enough stomach acid. But after age 60, stomach acid levels drop significantly. That means even if you eat well or take a multivitamin, you still might not be getting enough B12. That's why B12 deficiency is often called the silent destroyer of muscle strength. At first, it doesn't show up clearly. You may just feel your legs getting heavier, your movement slower, your balance slightly off. It's that walking through wet cement feeling, when your nerves and muscles aren't fully in sync anymore. A large-scale study from Tufts University found that 39% of older adults with muscle weakness were B12 deficient. Another study published in Neurology showed that seniors who took methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, for just 8 weeks improved their nerve-muscle coordination by up to 49%. So why take B12 at night? Because nighttime is when your brain enters its deep neurological repair cycle. It's the period when your nervous system undergoes maintenance and rebuilding. Taking B12 at this time helps restore the communication lines between your brain and muscles, so you wake up more balanced, more stable, and more in control. Here's how to take it effectively. Choose methyl B12, not cyanocobalamin. Take it in sublingual, under the tongue, form or as a liquid, to bypass digestion. Place a 1,0 mg tablet under your tongue about an hour before bed. No water needed. Let it dissolve completely. It's a small action before bedtime, but it can make a big difference. A steadier gait, quicker reflexes, and more confident steps. If you're over 60 and haven't been taking methyl B12 correctly at night, your nervous system may already be declining silently, pulling your muscle strength down with it. This doesn't happen overnight, but if you start today, you may soon find your body recovering faster, especially in your lower limbs. Part 3. Vitamin 5, D3, for muscles, not just bones. Most people think vitamin D3 is only important for bones. But if you're over 60 and still believe that, you're missing a critical factor in preserving your muscle strength. Vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin. It functions as a hormone that activates specific genes inside your muscle fibers. These genes are responsible for rebuilding muscle tissue, storing energy, and preventing muscle breakdown. Without enough D3, those genes stay switched off, and your muscles begin to shrink over time. Even more importantly, D3 helps maintain your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for balance, climbing stairs, and reacting quickly to avoid falls. When these fibers weaken, your risk of falling, injury, and losing mobility increases dramatically. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that seniors who took 2,0 international units, IU, of D3 daily for 12 weeks saw an 18% increase in lower limb strength. Another study in Switzerland showed that seniors with low D3 levels were twice as likely to suffer from severe muscle loss, to the point of needing mobility aids. Here's the catch. D3 levels in your blood drop significantly overnight, precisely when your muscles need it the most. While you sleep, your body enters protein synthesis mode, the phase where muscle tissue is rebuilt. If D3 isn't available, this rebuilding process never happens, and you wake up weaker than the day before. How to take D3 effectively? Take 1 soft gel of vitamin D3 after dinner, along with a healthy fat source like a spoonful of peanut butter, a few slices of avocado, or a handful of almonds. Dietary fat helps boost absorption of D3 by over 60% compared to taking it on an empty stomach. Make D3 a nightly ritual, like brushing your teeth, something simple that strengthens you from the inside out. Just 1 tiny D3 soft gel combined with a little healthy fat at night can do more to protect your muscles than any amount of resistance bands or protein shakes if the hormonal signal is missing. If you're eating well and staying active, but still feeling weaker or easily fatigued, there's a good chance your body is missing the signal to rebuild, and that signal is vitamin D3. Part 4. Vitamin 4, E, the shield against muscle aging. When people think of vitamin E, they usually think of skin health. But for seniors, vitamin E is actually a powerful shield that protects your muscles, especially while you sleep. At night, your body enters a deep repair mode, but it's also when inflammation and oxidative stress peak, which makes muscle cells highly vulnerable to damage and deterioration, unless they're properly protected. Vitamin E works as a barrier against free radicals, the unstable molecules that attack cell membranes and silently weaken muscle tissue over time. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher vitamin E intake had 27% better physical performance, including grip strength and walking speed. Another study from the University of Arkansas showed that taking 400 IU of natural vitamin E before bed significantly reduced overnight markers of muscle damage in seniors. However, not all vitamin E supplements are created equal. Make sure to use the natural form, D-alpha tocopherol, not the synthetic kind, which is usually labeled DL on the packaging. And most importantly, timing matters. Why take it at night? Because this is when your body enters deep sleep and full body recovery. It's also when free radical activity is at its highest. Taking vitamin E at this time helps shield your muscle cells, reduce inflammation, and accelerate the rebuilding process, all while you sleep. How to take it effectively? Take 400 IU of natural vitamin E around 1 hour after dinner, when your stomach is no longer full but not completely empty. Avoid taking it alongside other fat-soluble vitamins like D3 or K2 unless you're consuming some healthy fat with them. Don't take it on an entirely empty stomach, but also avoid taking it immediately after a large meal. The results won't be instant, but after a few weeks, you'll likely notice less post-exercise soreness, improved balance, and muscles that don't fatigue as quickly. Vitamin E is more than just a beauty supplement. It's a powerful ally in keeping your muscles strong, your steps steady, and your recovery consistent as you age. Part 5. Vitamin 3. B6. The key to turning protein into muscle. You've probably seen vitamin B6 listed on the back of a multivitamin bottle and assumed it's just a minor supplement. But for adults over 60, vitamin B6 is the key that starts your muscle engine at night. Even if you're eating plenty of protein, from meat, eggs, or shakes, without B6, your body can't properly convert that protein into real muscle tissue. Instead, the protein just floats around unused, and your muscles continue to shrink over time. What makes B6 special is this. It activates amino acid metabolism inside your muscle cells, a critical step in building and preserving lean mass. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher blood levels of B6 maintained 22% more lean muscle mass over a 3-year period compared to those with low levels. Another study from Tufts University showed that B6 supplementation slowed down the rate of muscle protein breakdown during sleep by up to 18%. Why is this important? Because at night, your body shifts into an anabolic state, a mode of repair and rebuilding. B6 doesn't just support this process, it makes it possible. How to take B6 effectively? Choose the active form, P5P, pyridoxal 5-phosphate. This is the form your body can use directly without needing to convert it. Take it about 60 minutes before bed, with a small glass of water. Avoid taking it with food, since food can reduce its absorption, especially in seniors with slower digestion. You won't feel an overnight change, but after a few weeks, you may begin to notice faster recovery after movement or exercise, less fatigue when waking up in the morning, and even a small gain, or at least maintenance, of lean muscle mass, something many believe is impossible after 65. If you're eating well but still feel weak, sore, or slow to recover, B6 might be the missing link in your body's muscle-building system. Part 6. Vitamin 2. C. Collagen activator for muscle repair. We usually think of vitamin C as something to take for colds, but what most people don't know is that vitamin C plays a critical role in restoring and protecting muscle mass, especially while you sleep. Here's why. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, a structural protein that binds and strengthens muscle fibers. Without enough collagen, your muscles become fragile, prone to tearing, slow to heal, and gradually lose density. That's the perfect storm for sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, to quietly take hold. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults with the highest vitamin C intake had a 67% lower risk of muscle mass loss compared to those with the lowest intake. Meanwhile, researchers at Oregon State University found that even a mild vitamin C deficiency over just 2 weeks resulted in a 25% drop in collagen synthesis, leaving your body without the resources to repair daily muscle damage. And when does your body repair itself most? During deep sleep. Taking vitamin C before bed helps saturate your muscle tissue with the raw materials for collagen, supporting firmness, elasticity, and long-term muscle strength. And if you're already taking collagen or protein supplements at night, vitamin C is the catalyst that activates their benefits. Without it, collagen can't be converted into new muscle tissue. How to take vitamin C effectively. Use buffered or liposomal forms of vitamin C, which are gentler on the stomach and better absorbed during sleep. Take it on an empty stomach, at least 1 hour after your evening meal. A dose of about 1 gram is enough to make a noticeable impact. After a few weeks, you'll likely notice less soreness after activity, improved joint flexibility, and stronger connective tissue, helping your entire body move more freely and recover faster. Vitamin C isn't just about avoiding the flu. It's a vital tool to help you preserve every ounce of muscle that aging tries to take away. And nighttime is when its healing power shines the most. Part 7. Vitamin 1, K2. Stop muscle loss at its root. This is the most important vitamin on the entire list, and yet, most people over 60 have never heard of it, or have never taken it the right way. Vitamin K2 is the critical factor that determines where calcium goes in your body. Without K2, calcium doesn't go to your bones or muscles. It builds up in your arteries, blood vessels, and soft tissue. This leads to arterial hardening, weakened muscles, and a higher risk of stroke and mobility decline. On the other hand, with enough K2, calcium is directed exactly where it's needed, to rebuild muscle structure and improve movement efficiency. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that seniors who supplemented with K2 for 12 weeks experienced a 55% increase in mitochondrial efficiency inside their muscle cells, meaning their muscles worked longer, fatigued less, and recovered better. Another study from the University of MRI showed that K2 supplementation alone improved leg strength by 37%, even with no changes to diet or physical activity. But the most shocking discovery: a deficiency in K2 can double the rate of overnight muscle loss. That's because K2 doesn't just help absorb minerals, it tells your body where to put them. Without it, your body loses control over where key nutrients like calcium go, like building a house with materials scattered everywhere. Eventually, you lose strength, muscle mass, and balance, regardless of your diet or workouts. How to take K2 effectively. Choose the MK7 form of vitamin K2. It stays in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours and is far more effective than other types. Take it before bed, along with a small amount of healthy fat like coconut oil or peanut butter to boost absorption. Don't take it at the same time as magnesium or calcium. Space them out by at least an hour. If you often experience muscle weakness, cramps, or slow recovery after activity, even with a healthy diet and exercise routine, you could be missing K2. And the truth is, most people have never taken it correctly or at the right time. But once you do, you'll start noticing real change. Steadier legs, stronger steps, better endurance, and a lower risk of long-term frailty. You've just discovered 7 vitamins that can completely change how your body feels every morning. Not 10 years from now, not even 10 weeks from now, but starting tonight. The truth is, most seniors have no idea their muscles are disappearing every night. While you sleep, muscle fibers dry out, protein synthesis slows, and silent inflammation sets in. And without the right nutrients, you wake up a little weaker than the day before. But now, you know how to fight back. Magnesium, to unlock the repair system. B12, to reconnect your nerves and muscles. D3, to activate growth genes. Vitamin E, to shield your muscle cells. B6, to turn protein into muscle. Vitamin C, to trigger collagen production. And K2, to lock it all in and send minerals where they belong. Each of these vitamins plays a different role, but they all have one thing in common. They work best at night, when your body rests, heals, and rebuilds. And this isn't just theory. It's backed by real clinical studies, real data, and real-life results in people just like you. Now it's your turn to act. What are you currently taking before bed? Drop a comment below. If you're not sure where to start, begin with the one you're most likely missing. Just one small change tonight could slow down tomorrow's muscle loss. And if you're watching this for someone you care about, a parent, a partner, a friend, send this video to them. Because this isn't just about strength, it's about independence. The freedom to move, the freedom to stand tall, the freedom to stay in control. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more science-backed tips on staying strong and healthy in later life. You now have the knowledge. Now it's time to act, starting tonight. We'll see you in the next video.